Welcome back, everybody. This is Roll for Immersion, and we're playing Pokemon Tabletop.
Hello.
Hello.
I look.
Hello.
Yeah, so we only got Tyler and Sean today. Natalie couldn't make it.
Guys' night out.
Guys.
I guess Wednesday night is for the boys now.
Yeah. Until next week. And then yeah. But anyway. So yeah, welcome to the stream. If you're new, although I'm not sure, but I do plot twists. So if you give a name or a number from 1 to 51, I'll be sure to pick a card for you. And without further ado, let me get that. There we go. Okay, so last we left with you guys were falling through the atmosphere towards Earth.
Ah!
You got hit by something. Glaze, you can't do it. I know you're the only person in there, but actually, you know what, Sean, give one too. I'm fine with that. Because he's the only person in the Twitch right now, so it's like, give a number. Okay, cool. So we'll do that quick. Yeah, so you guys.
Yeah, falling through the atmosphere, a feeling that my character is well familiar with. The second time today he's had a crash landing.
Yeah. It's too far.
Dumb bitch.
No.
I think he might be bad luck, guys.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
as you guys are falling, because you just recently got hit by some debris in space, and it caused you to go careening towards Earth. As you keep falling, you notice the ground. Like, do any of you look outside, or is it just like I think you guys are getting thrown around, right? I think Sean, you were buckled in, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just trying to vibe and make sure I don't fucking die right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
I think I remember asking you to roll, and I think you guys both failed. So you and Natalie were just kind of like getting thrown around. So yeah, you guys didn't actually know, but as you guys are falling, and Captain Vetus asks you guys to take brace. You guys hit the ground. You guys think you hit the ground. You hit, and you actually kind of feel like you're rolling or sliding, you know. But then you guys suddenly stop, and you kind of get thrown against the wall. Not you, Sean, because you were also buckled up. You don't get any damage though, Tyler, because it was like I'll say you did well enough to know that there was like you were about to hit. Like you guys got hit, you knew you were falling, so sort of brace yourself. Maybe not so well, but
Just kind of rolled up into a ball.
you're just flying around. Yeah.
Like a pinball machine.
All right. So, what do you guys do? As you now have felt like you have stopped. Captain speaks up. He's like, "Is everybody okay?"
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm not dead yet, so that's good.
Good.
It's the second crash landing of today, but I can manage.
That's good. And then, I think it was Grimoa. She kind of just stands up and she's like, "Oh, ugh." Like everybody's just kind of dizzy and out of it right now. Nabula comes over to you, Tesla, and she's like, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" Like she doesn't seem worried about herself at all.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just curious why we were attacked, considering the last time we visited here we weren't, but
Wait.
it might be our passengers, maybe, unfortunately.
What do you mean attacked?
Yeah, do you want to explain that one, Vetus? You are the captain.
There's a protection on Earth that keeps space matter away, and we've had to deal with it sort of multiple times. Oh, not multiple times. Like it tries to keep things off of Earth. Like kind of like you understand how Earth isn't as technological as us in space. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah.
yeah, so that's what it is. There's I'm sure that thing would protect Earth as soon as these humans learned how to like be advanced enough to go into space on their own. But right now, they're not advanced enough, so we try to keep away. But at the same time, there's an entity on Earth that keeps it that keeps things out.
It doesn't like space fearing people very much. It's very protective of Earth's skies.
Do you know about
But
I guess he would bring it up. Yeah. Do you know anything about legendary Pokemon?
Um, yeah, I understand some of them. I mean, yeah, obviously where I come from, you don't see them too often, so.
Right. Like depending on where you are from your part of the universe, legendary Pokemon can even be different than from Earth, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a legendary from Earth that only hangs out in space, like basically in the atmosphere of Earth. If you've ever heard, his name is Rayquaza. He's kind of like the I don't know what you would Sean. I don't know what you would call like Rayquaza's like status as a legendary.
Probably just like the protector of the ozone.
Gotcha.
Like
So he's just a
he's
protector of
kind of
Earth.
yeah, he's a protector of like Earth's air, like the air
Anything
around Earth.
anything not natural to Earth, he tries to keep
Yeah.
out.
Like
So,
his role is very similar to Zygarde, except Zygarde is more like the surface of Earth,
mhm.
where Rayquaza is more of the space around Earth.
we've had run-ins with him just because a lot of my team is from outer space. So it's like we've had run-ins. We just couldn't prepare for this one, so we actually got hit this time. You couldn't actually see him because he's really fast. So yeah. Anyway,
We're lucky that we even got the land.
yeah.
Yeah, if we ever see something that's moving at incredibly fast speeds, we know that we have to brace for impact because
Yeah.
we can't do much more than that. Fighting
Anyway,
him is impossible.
he kind of moves out of the pod. He opens the door, kind of gestures you out. And he kind of puts his arm up, so he's like, "Welcome to Earth," and it just looks like the side of a mountain that you guys like kind of rammed into. No.
Uh,
He's too Jurassic Park.
yeah. I mean, am I wrong? Right? It's
Well,
like since it's
I mean, Earth basically is ancient, so yeah, that's pretty appropriate.
So yeah, as you look around, you can see endless, like almost an endless ocean of trees. As you kind of look over, you can see cities in the backs, like because you kind of like hit the ground, but you also had enough momentum to kind of go up the mountain a bit, so you're just kind of there, but like you're kind of like behind it, so it's like there's still trees and stuff on the mountain, but you're in a clearing where you can kind of see afar. Um, you can actually see the ocean as well, because yeah, it's like this area you're in, you basically landed on an island. So
you landed on a mountain in an island,
yeah,
or a mountain on an island.
mountain on an island. Yeah.
How high up the mountain are we?
So like if my hand is the mountain height, you're kind of like here. You came down here and you went like
Okay,
like up here.
so we're sort of like not quite midway, but close.
Yeah. You can tell your crash landing did not do a whole lot, like just because like there's cracks and like rubble and stuff from everywhere. It looks like this mountain had, in terms of mountainous like geology kind of thing, this mountain actually make me a what kind of check would that be?
General education, maybe.
Mm,
If it's like geology, I don't
yeah,
really know.
do a general.
8.
Sean?
11.
11? Tyler, you wouldn't know just because since you haven't been to Earth ever, you wouldn't know much about it. Sean, yours is a little easier because you've been multiple times. You could tell this mountain probably erupted recently, but like probably 3 years ago recently.
Okay.
So it's like it's been here, it's erupted. There's cracks, from the eruption, and like also probably
Yeah, and when it comes to
lava,
volcanoes exploding, 3 years is pretty recent, all things considered.
yeah. But for all that, Captain Venus kind of turns you. He puts his head on your shoulder. He says, "Don't worry, this volcano just recently erupted, so you don't have to worry about it. It probably won't erupt for another like 50 years, 100 years, who knows." And he just smiles at you.
And you're telling me these fucking Earth people just chill next to these volcanoes?
I mean, next to the
You will
volcano.
learn very quickly that humans aren't the brightest of creatures.
I mean, I suppose if we're not allowed to be here because we're so far behind in technology, I could suppose.
Speaking of which, he kind of points to you because he knows Sean knows. He knows Tesla knows this. He points to you. He says, since you're from space, don't let people know you're from space."
I mean, I doubt they'd believe me in the first place. I sure as hell wouldn't.
He points to Tenebris,
Who's not here?
looking at you. Yeah, she just kind of like he's just like, what are you pointing at? Oh, he just realizes, yes, I'm full shadow. Not a lot of people have known about like outer space beings, so like Tesla could get away with it probably because this planet has had pokey humans before, so like it's basically a bit of time ago there was a big event where Pokemon were getting transformed into half Pokemon humans, or like the humans,
And vice versa.
yeah, and vice versa, yeah. So basically, if you think about it, like Pokemon's version of X-Men, like that was happening.
Yeah. Or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Pokemon.
Yeah.
So basically that happened. People were getting abducted by a team that was here. I don't actually know if he would know the teams, but
Yeah, I don't even know if Tesla would know that.
yeah. So he's just said there's just like in space, there's evil people on Earth, except they kind of can't go anywhere, so that you can find them most likely more often here.
Oh, they certainly try though.
Yeah. So yeah. So they just kind of like get into trouble. They create messes, and then things happen. And the Pokehumans was one of those things. So, yeah. But all in all, just make sure that people don't know you're from space. It kind of ruins it ruins the economy sometimes. Like people start going crazy thinking that they're seeing things when they're true, but people don't believe them. So.
People also assume that anything that's from space is automatically a hostile alien that needs to die. So
Yeah.
Keep that in mind too.
So Tesla group, I'm gonna need you guys to get some supplies out. We gotta head down the mountain. There's actually a person I know nearby that can help us out. Would you be able to do
I
that?
know the said person?
Oh, and then he says, actually, you would. But he's not. He hasn't disclosed quite yet. Then he said, actually,
well, no, that'd be Tesla's asking that, not me.
Tesla would know.
Well, yeah, that's why he would be like, so do I know said person? Like, as a wing.
He would look at you and he'd say, of course you know. Like, really? You know who I'm talking about. We've been here before.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Tesla, I need you to actually go check something up on the ship quick. And then he goes to whisper in your ear. Can you go check? He's like, can you go check on those eggs real quick.
The what?
EGGs.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So as you go check on up on those.
Yeah, I'll make sure that they're not, scrambled.
Okay. So as you go run onto the ship to go check them, and then the rest of the crew just kind of gets supplies off the ship to go move it around. Captain Vitas actually goes, like, kind of walks up to you, puts his arm around you, pulls you away from the group. And then once you get a decent distance, he asks, I don't like to be rude and ask these kind of questions because everybody has their own secrets or anything. You look a lot like human. Like, you look really human. Can I ask what race you are?
Yeah, sure. Why don't we find it somewhere a little bit more private though before I disclose that? I think
Okay. That's
it's
why he
easier to
pulled you
show
away.
rather than tell.
That's why he kind of
Yeah.
pulled you away. Would you rather talk about it later on? I mean, we can get this.
No, I
supplies
did
done.
when I just want to because I'm basically just gonna show my wings to him, but I don't want anyone else to know I have them because I trust him. I don't really know the rest of these guys too well.
You're good.
Yeah.
Let me fix that.
Yeah, so I just do that when I guess when I feel like it's safe to, if anyone else would see.
Okay. So you kind of like take off your jacket and show your you have the wings, but you're not they're not like gigantic. They're kind of
Right.
They're smaller than what you would normally expect because on your planet, big wings are kind of a sign of
Royalty.
royalty and power, essentially.
All right. Yeah.
But you would your wings are kind of
And
still
you're
small.
neither.
I mean, you've tried to use them before. You've used them. You can't you can use them in a sense you can get off the ground, but you can't stay in the air.
Yeah.
So he kind of, when you take off your shirt, to show the wings, as soon as he sees him, he actually grabs the jacket and puts it back on you.
Oh.
He turns you around, he points into your face. Do not let people find out about your wings.
Of course not. Hey, trust me. I don't plan on stripping off my shirt for any of these savages. I'll tell you that.
Good man. He slaps you on the shoulder. Just because I understand.
Feather. Ow.
Your wings are down here, not on your shoulders.
No, I got you. Yeah.
Just kidding. But yeah, so he just says, I don't mind if you tell these guys whenever you feel like it. Just as you know, I'm sure you know since you work in the kind of work you do, that it would not be favorable for people finding out about what you are, right?
Yep.
Okay, just being clear. Because we've worked together before, but I've never known what you were actually. So, good job on keeping the secret, by the way.
Yeah, well, there's quite a bit of history between me and my home, so
Okay.
there's a reason why I keep it a secret.
Speaking of which, I have what you asked for.
Oh yeah?
Want to come back to the ship? He kind of smiles.
I'd love to. I love doing some business.
Okay, so as you guys go walking back to the ship, Sean, it's a disaster.
It's a disaster.
It's a disaster. With that look on your with a look of disgust on your face, Captain Vitas would say, "What happened?"
Well, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Neither. I'm going to look at it myself. No, I was kidding. The bad news. Because good news always makes me feel better. You know that.
We don't have much product left.
What? Oh my gosh! He just face palms and
extra food, I guess.
That's what I was gonna say.
Is that what you would be
The good
thinking right
news.
now? No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say the good news is
That-
I'm a good cook.
So when you get a microwave, no. Just kidding.
You don't need a microwave them. They're
we
already
have fresh egg that we can.
He turns to you, Tyler, and he just says, "Looks like there was a little mishap. How many are left?"
3.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of hard to tell with all the pieces of them everywhere.
Okay, in that case, Langley, I mean, we only got 3 out of the 10 left that we had.
But hey, we're on Earth right now, so who says we can't get more?
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, that's where we got them from, after all. It might not be the same ones that you want, but
Well, Langley,
it'd be something.
Some Earth ones would be nice. Probably fetch a much higher price.
These are from Earth.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
So we just lost about $7,000 with it. No, just kidding.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, no more.
Yeah.
I have a different proposition for you, Langley. I know how much you like eggs and fossils and stuff, and that's why we usually come to you for selling, because you have plans for the ones that you end up keeping. Did you ever tell them the reason you became a black market, or was that just fully disclosed? Like, not, you don't tell anyone?
Yeah. I think I told him just because we've worked with each other before,
Okay.
but he's like the only person that knows.
So he thinks you're like upset about this. Like, he's like, I am so sorry. We can only save 3.
Hey, you know what? It happens. I mean, we couldn't really prevent it in the first place. There's still 3, right? So it's like.
Okay. So I have another proposition for you. Rather than selling them to me, I'm willing to just give them to you as an apology.
That's a pretty expensive apology, but yeah.
You know,
He's a pretty expensive client, so.
True.
I'll tell you what. I'll take 2 of them. I'll let you take that last egg and give it to whoever you want.
Okay.
Or you can sell it.
Also, Vetus, you said that you like collecting fossils. Well,
He's Langley.
Hmm?
I'm Vetus. He's Langley.
No, Vetus said that Langley likes collecting fossils.
Yeah.
Well, if we're heading to our contact, he's not too far away from a place that has fossils, so we can also collect some of those for him too.
Yeah. It's kind of.
I think that.
What was that?
What? Oh, I was just saying. I don't know. I don't think that's necessary. If it's 2 out of the way, then I'd rather just take 2 eggs, let you guys keep 1 for whatever you want it for, and we can call it good.
Whoops.
Okay. Well, you can take
I
these
just
2
punched
eggs
my
then.
computer.
Just add him to my team. Once they hatch.
He looks to.
Either that
Tesla,
or just use them as weapons.
What? I mean, they're yours now. I have no say in what you do with them. So, but Tesla, would you like the other one?
Sure. I can take care of a helpless baby Pokemon that's not alive yet.
I was thinking about giving the other one to Tenebris, but you were first served, so because you were a customer. So you take the 2.
I mean, she did also technically save my life, so maybe she does deserve it more. But
do you want to give it to her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So,
I mean, she's a majority of the reason why,
Tenebris
you are here, and so am I.
Yeah. So
Or he is, not
Vetus
she.
grabs Vetus grabs the egg back and he walks over to Tenebris. He's like, "I give this to you then, because thank you for protecting or helping. Thank you for helping Tesla come rescue me."
When we do get to the base of this mountain, though, we should inspect the incubators to make sure that they're still functioning. Because just because the eggs are okay doesn't mean that they still,
Yeah.
they still need incubation
Mm-hmm. Okay.
to hatch. And I don't know if those are damaged from the crash yet.
Okay. So, Vetus kind of speaks up and he says, "Well, if all this is done, let's take down our supplies for now." He kind of points over the horizon. You can kind of see the tops of some buildings and stuff. That's where we're going to be spending probably the next couple of days while we recuperate and fix up the ship. But we're going to be heading over this way. He kind of points to the left side. The town is on the right. We're going to head down this way because that's where our client that's on Earth, he's living over there. So without anything else to do, let's grab our stuff. And he kind of lifts up a box or two, and everybody else, you guys pick up some boxes and bring them down.
Yeah.
I take, a especially big one that I'm going to take down, full of my equipment.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure they've got like a little cart too, if you want. Like,
Yeah, I
if you want
probably definitely would need one.
Okay.
I've got a lot of stuff that I need to to take down
Yeah.
to the base of this mountain.
All right. So as you guys walk down, it's kind of a hill. It's pretty steep. I mean, it's a mountain. You guys kind of went up, so you kind of, there's like trees and stuff and everything, but it's still kind of a slope. So every once in a while, you kind of slip your way down, but you manage to get to the base okay, or at least the base where it becomes flat, to where your client's house, where you guys are going to be staying at, for a while. Because then it keeps going down a bit, So it's like this client that he also lives on the side of the mountain, but he's a little bit further down than where you were. So,
yeah.
All right. So, as you guys kind of walk up to the side of the building, and Vetus puts down a box. Everybody starts putting the stuff down temporarily. Grimoa, Darks, and Nabula, they'll go back up to because they're a little bit stronger than most, to go get the rest of the supplies. And you see, what did I name him? Shoot, I forgot his name now. One sec. Sorry.
Oh, happy I muted myself in time for that.
I didn't hear it.
Really, not even upstairs? No, I thought you would have at least heard it in person.
Craig.
Wow.
Craig flies up into the trees, and he's just kind of keeping an eye out around, just checking out the area, making sure everything's all good. And then Mist, she kind of absentmindedly just sits down and takes a little break. She's strong, but she's also kind of a little weak, in the sense of like she's brittle boned, kind of.
Yeah.
So he goes, "Well, shall we?" And he kind of walks towards the entrance. Hector? Hector!
If he's not home, we can just break in.
He pulls out a little phone and he dials up Hector, and crap. He kind of, you see him shimming with the door a bit. It seems like it's locked, but he manages to get it open, and then he's like, "All right, come on in." When you guys walk in, you can see or actually, yeah. Do you guys walk in?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely do. I rush past because I want to try getting to his workbench as soon as possible.
As you run in, and you kind of just throw your stuff on the table, like that's there, like for you've worked on this before. It's in the main room where you guys kind of walk in. And
Oh, yeah.
You're like trying to put stuff together and messing up, or not messing up, but you're like, you've done this before. You're just like trying to put the parts for what you have back together, as soon as you can.
Oh, yeah.
You know
I'm
what you're
very
doing.
eager
This is
to
gonna
start.
if you're gonna do this for the whole day, this is probably gonna take you most of the rest of the night or the day. From what, because it would have been like 5 o'clock.
Well, the amount of damage that was done, yeah, it's going to be a lot of repair.
Yeah. Even for a small robot, it's like, you're gonna it'll take you a bit of time. So
yeah,
so,
those jerks did a number.
You hear a robot, or there's or Langley, as you see him kind of rush through and throw stuff on the table. A robot that's attached to a little a hook, like one of those hinges or something. I forgot what they're called. With like an arm.
Yeah, like an assembly arm.
Assembly arm
kind of thing.
It seems like a robot is attached to an assembly arm. He says, "Careful." He goes, "Careful." I can't do the voice. That Johnny was gonna have a voice, but
yeah.
But he says, "I'm just gonna do how I would." But he says, "He's like, careful, Tesla. You know how rough that table gets every time you get here." And
I can hold it.
He's just, he's like, "Oh, that's." I was like, Master Venus. It's super good.
R2D2, where are you?
He said, "Oh, I guess," and we also have some new guests. He kind of looks to you, Langley.
Yes, hello, I'm Langley. I'm one of these sorry sacks customers. Some stuff went down, now I guess I'm here.
None of the guests we ever have are lowly sacks. They're always welcomed. However, it is the same to say. I'm ashamed to say that the master is in the back right now, and he hasn't been answering me in any of my requests, at all. So,
I have a rock.
He would not appreciate you doing that.
What do you mean?
I will do my best.
Rock.
He looks to Vetus, and he's like, "Well, just don't mind him. He's new to Earth. It's okay." And he just kind of turns away. "I'll go get the master," and he goes to the back, and he kind of clicks the buttons to go, and another arm comes through the door and grabs him, pulls him through, and then the door shuts behind them. He goes, just after a bit of waiting, Vetus says, "Langley, this this is my contact from Earth. His name is Hector. He's been on Earth for quite a while. That was his his service robot named Victor. He doesn't get a whole lot done because Hector always is in the back working on his inventions, his creations, and as soon as he starts on a project, he doesn't pay attention to anything. So that's why his service robot always goes out, buys stuff.
The only human that I feel a kinship with.
So it's best we wait. Let's get out of Tesla's way. Tesla can get really rambunctious with his robots. So, then as soon as Tesla gets a leg together, possibly a foot for the other leg, you see a man walk through the door, and he's like, "It has been forever." I don't know how to do Hector, but He's like, he just looks at
Oops.
at
I
Vetus.
can't laugh or else I'll shake my computer.
Just
Whoops.
looks at Vetus with giant big eyes, kind of like, you know, he just came out from in the dark, and he's just like, Vetus, welcome back. Was not expecting you this soon. Like, you guys just left. What are you guys doing back? He kind of looks to you.
Technical
yeah.
difficulties.
Who is this?
We ran into some old friends.
Sounds like you guys had an event. He looks past.
Several.
He looks past Vetus and he looks to Langley. And who might this be?
Hello, I'm Langley. I'm I don't know, a buyer, friend, let's say, of all these guys. It's nice to meet you.
Sounds good. Nice to meet you. And he like kind of nods as he kind of turns to like go grab something out of a cabinet as he's kind of looking for stuff as he's talking to you. As he's talking to you, he's kind of rifling through his cabinets, grabbing things. Anyway, he kind of so Vetus, and then he kind of like gets distracted and he looks to Tesla and he's just, you do know that part doesn't go there, right?
To me?
Yeah.
How would you know?
He just turns away and ignores you. And he just he's like, anyway, Vetus, so why are you guys back? Oh, we had a run-in with my old accomplices, if you know what I mean. He's like, oh, those guys. Yeah, I try to forget them because you always tell me, you know, you're from space, so, you know. He's like, yeah, you're right. Well, you know who I'm talking about. We don't have to talk about that any longer. We need to fix up my ship. He's like, you broke that ship again? He's like, I mean, it doesn't happen that often.
We didn't break it.
This is a common occurrence.
Every time they come to
Tesla.
Earth, there's some sort of thing that I need to fix on the ship. I mean, it's not a problem, but you guys just need to, like, he just kind of, now he stops what he's doing and he's like, like, what do you have, he turns to Vetus, he's like, you have the funds to fix it, right? Like, do you have the funds to give me so I can order the pieces you need? It's like, yes, you know what, I always have them. We always have the money. We're space rogues.
Stupid Earth currency.
You're space. You guys called yourself space rogues, right? Or what were you called?
Yeah,
you're not pirates.
We're rogues. Yeah.
You're space rogues. Okay, yeah. She's like, yes, space rogues. I've heard quite enough of that. But anyway, this is gonna take a bit of time.
Guys.
He turns he turns to Tesla again. And he's just okay. Well, not like you're not the bad guys. He's just watching you build because he's always distracted about building things and stuff.
Yeah.
And he says anyway. He turns to Vetus again. He says, "I'm gonna need those. You're gonna." He hands Vetus the clipboard with the page, you know, of everything he needs to order. And Vetus grabs it and he's like, thank you. You know, I'm always appreciative of you doing this. He's like, yes. I mean, I make money off of this. You take up enough of my time also. But we're colleagues. We're not colleagues. We're clients, and we're also kind of friends. So, you know, I always got you back. He's like, yes and no. He's like, yeah, I know.
I turn around from what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, you're the closest I can call a friend on this planet. So, I mean, that's.
And he just
that's
smiles at
more
you.
of a compliment than I can give to most humans.
And he just smiles at you, and then he just kind of flicks something at the robot, and it actually puts something back into place.
Look, I'm not the one that broke this, okay?
But yeah, so he, okay, so he kind of and then Vetus says to him, I need to ask you something else though. Can we talk in private for a bit? Like, yeah, just follow me back into my office back here. So he's like, if you excuse us for 1 sec, we're talking business. He looks to Langley and you.
I was like, yeah, go right ahead, and I'll keep an eye on them as they leave.
Okay. And then the door shuts behind them. The
Hey,
arm.
Langley.
Yeah. You guys have some free
Very
time.
well.
Yeah. Since they're gone and I have a workbench, I have you ever considered the option of getting some cybernetic augmentations?
For some reason, I don't trust you with putting electronics into my body, especially because I've seen you crash, 2 ships now?
I didn't crash them. They were crashing and I was in them.
I see. How
I
foolish
can't
of
laugh.
me.
Laughing makes my screen shake.
Hey, Lance.
Well, let it know that the offer stands because I feel like I have a way of making your eyeballs better.
You know what? I have some free time. I don't know what the hell I'm doing on this planet. So, screw it. Why not? Alright, don't laugh like that, or else I'm gonna pull out.
I have to actually remember what the 2 different upgrades I can actually do are. The eye upgrades. This could take a while. I don't really actually know how long Neil's going to say this takes. Enhanced sight and smart vision.
I mean, hey, we're kind of stuck on this planet for a while, so we'll both have time, I guess.
All right, let's see here. I gotta. Is it actually on the sheet? Does it say what they do?
Doesn't it? Wouldn't it say in your feet that like you can make?
Oh, here they are. Oh wait, no, it just says how expensive they are. I have to find out where or what they actually do.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Totally off topic question. Was Christ a god or tits or an ass man?
What?
What?
Was Christ a tits or an ass man? I think that's a pretty self-explanatory question.
Yeah, that's a question.
He was both. No.
Both.
Yeah.
No,
He was ass man. No.
Well,
I mean,
the way I
technically,
see it,
he likes all people's bodies, right? I mean, it's like he would like
Well-
everything.
well, let's look at the way he's depicted, right? He's always looking straight down, so I think he's an ass man.
He's a
It's
feet man.
like,
It's true. He's always
oh
looking
my
at that.
god, that's fucking cursed.
That's actually very true. I mean,
That's-
he did have his apostles wash his feet, or he washed their feet. So I mean,
That's actually so fucking cursed.
Anyway.
I hate
Oh.
that.
So as you guys are jumbling around, looking for the cybernetic.
oh,
you
yep,
know-
I just found it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So your options of upgrade for your eyes are you can see the infrared spectrum, so you can see through the dark, or you can choose to not have your accuracy ever be lowered, and your attacks will not have accuracy penalties, and you're immune to being blinded.
That is a
So basically, you'll never have a problem with accuracy, and you can't be blind, or you can see in the dark.
Okay, well, obviously I'm gonna pick the second one. If I want to see in the dark, I take out a flashlight.
All right.
or just get the night vision goggles. You know.
So yeah. So I can augment you with smart vision. Oh, if you get total blind though, you still do get total blindness, but you can surpass like partial blindness and yeah. But
Great. Now I'm gonna have an Apple product in my eyes. God damn it.
Nice.
no, since I'm Tesla, it would be a oh shit, what's that guy's name? The guy that did the Tesla.
Elon
It would be a
Musk.
oh god, it'd be an Elon Musk eye.
Elon
Oh,
Musk
Jesus
guy.
Christ. The Musk Eye. Musk Eye Pro.
Nice.
Also, if you want to, for an extra, fee of $500, I could put a data jack in your brain.
A what?
It's a way that you can log onto the internet with your brain.
I'm good.
You're like, not
I
right
don't want-
now.
No.
So as you guys are talking cybernetics, Captain Vetus and Hector come walking back out, and Hector has a weird look on his face. Like, it's not excited, but it's not like disappointment, kind of. Like, he's just kind of like, ugh, kind of face. Like, he's not enthusiastic, but it's like a face of the, oh, fine, kind of thing. So, Tesla, this is Venus, by the way. Tesla, I need to talk to you for a sec. Can you wait on your robot for a bit?
I have a new project, but yeah.
New project.
I'll explain later.
Okay.
Do you have a scalpel?
What?
He looks to Hector, and he's like, oh god, no, why would I have a scalpel? I have tools of I have robotic tech, not a robotic and like cyber and like that kind of tech, science tech. I'm not a doctor. I'm a what was it? I'm a scientist, not a doctor.
Well, technically, I think the quote is the other way around, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can see if they have one in town, but maybe you'll have to wait then, Langley.
Langley's like, I never agreed to this.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's the thing. They
Okay.
definitely did.
Okay, cool. So you go with Captain Vetus?
Yeah.
Alright, so he'll walk you outside for a sec. And at the last second, you kind of see Hector just like, now that you're away, he goes to your robot. And he's just like, you could tell like, he's not breaking it. He knows what he's doing. But what do you do?
I give him a look, but I trust him because, once again, he's a smart human. So he's still a human, though.
Alright, so he pulls...
I also just noticed on the face cam, it doesn't look like I have eyes, and that's kind of, interesting.
Do you have lights turned on down there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Weird.
But, hey, I'm just role-playing. I have the raccoons,
Good point. So he pulls you outside, and he says, okay, I need a favor from you.
What kind of favor?
It's kind of like we need, like, how our goal is, like, we're trying to, like, well, we're rogues. We're taking to make ourselves better. We sell so that we can get more money to make ourselves better, right? Our entire goal is basically stop the prisms that I came from because of what they can do. Yeah. I'm gonna need you because we can essentially get more out of it if we have two groups going across the universe trying to get parts and equipment and stuff to help fight this.
If it means punching them in the face, I'll gladly do it.
You would get
Not
your
the
own,
crew, the Prism.
This means you would get your own ship.
That'd be cool. Do I get your ship?
No, you get your own ship. But I ask that you bring Langley and Tenebris and Kim with you.
Yeah, I could take them along if they want to come, but wait, who would be If that's the case, who would be building said ship? Where would we find it?
That's what I talked to Hector about. He said he agrees to build your ship.
From the ground up?
Well, as much of the ground up as he can. You remember
I mean,
that?
I trust him, but
You remember that sheet that I was like filling out,
Mhm.
fixing up
Yeah.
my ship. He's got another one that basically says, it's a flyer for filling out an entirely brand new ship. It'll take him a little longer than what it would for me, but this is also why I said it might take 3 days. I've been planning this for a while. I just haven't really told you or anyone about it.
Well, what kind of materials would it require? Can they all be found on Earth?
Yes, because also Hector has a way of getting things from around Earth that have mistakenly also fallen in, not sent back into space by Rayquaza. So like he's gotten meteors before, so there is space minerals that he's gathered.
Oh yeah.
He can gather more because he has what's the word? He's got links. He's got people he can talk to. Like he knows people.
Oh, he's got contacts.
He's got contacts.
He knows people that knows people.
They know he's smart. He mainly builds for robotics and stuff like that. So that's what they know him for. But we know him for repairing ships and also you know him for robotic parts as well because you build robots as well. But because of how long it usually takes him, he's got his helper Victor that helps him along with them when he has the big projects. And if you help him with it as well, it'll take twice as long.
I know what the first Pokemon's going to be. Because if Hector right now is tinkering with it, I totally know what Hector would force the design to be.
So yeah, he kind of looks at it and he's like, "Would you be able to create a team to go around the universe helping? Basically, be explorers. You'd be explorers.
We'll probably take Kim with us too, right? I mean,
right. Well, I'm
so
pretty sure she's
already
got
have
nowhere
a
else
4-man
to go,
spaceship.
So, yeah.
And we could probably. Where do you think would be a good planet to go to first to grab more people?
That's up to you. You're basically going to be explorers. Remember that Thirth near here? Thirth is a no-go. Unless, like Earth. It's like as long as you...
A no-go according to the government.
Yeah. Autern would be a good place. I think that's where Langley is from. Otherwise, you could also...
with more angels.
You could also just... You don't know he's an angel.
No, but they live on Autern.
Okay, fine. I guess you would know about Autern, yeah. Okay. Oh, shoot. No, then he wouldn't say that Tyler's from there. So...
Yeah.
Autern would be... Sorry, yeah. Autern would be a good place.
Autern would be a bad idea, wouldn't it? Because I kind of ran away from there because I'm known as a criminal.
Yeah, that might not be the best place.
I'm a known criminal, and I had a lot of other stuff come out about me.
Okay, fine. Then in that case, he would say the space stations would be a good place because that's where a lot of people commune. That's where they kind of
Yeah.
gather. The space stations, the Vanguard terminal, being at the sports stadium of the universe.
Yeah.
Um,
The Vanguard terminal won't be that bad because, well, maybe we should lay low there for a little bit, like not return for a little while, just in case. But I know that there's a space station that's decently close to Earth that we can make it to.
okay. So yeah, that would be good. Um, so with that, he hands you a check. This is
Check.
enough. This or what? Okay, fine. Space, whatever, or poke, but in the form of
Yeah,
paper.
Yeah.
He hands you that because he knows that's what they deal with on Earth. So he's like, you can use this money because this money is what they use here. I mean, in the universe setting, poke is all the same, but just in this case, it's for He hands you a check, a poke. This is enough to build a medium size vehicle that also has flying. It's got a space, like a levit or a fly, like a sky speed.
Spacefaring capabilities.
Yeah. There's a little bit extra, so if you need to build anything additionally on the ship. So it mainly gives you enough to build the ship in general. So it's I think 20,000 poke. And then I think he gives you another
sounds about right.
I think I'll do 6,000. 6,000 poke.
That's enough for a workshop for sure, which that's needed. Without a workshop, it's a no-go.
Yeah. So he gives you 26,000 poke in order to build this ship. And then also he mentions there's enough space for, I think it's enough space for 6 people. So right now you've got 4. So if you ever get in, you can upgrade the ships he mentions because they obviously have a bigger ship version, so you can keep upgrading the ship as much as you need in case you get more, crewmates, crewmen. Right now it's you 3 and Kim, but you never know if you'll end up getting more people on other planets, on those space stations. If you become friends with anyone else and they decide they want to help you out, you need to be able to fit them on your ship. So.
Yeah, and you better be no slouch either. We're gonna get an army against these guys.
That's correct. Because we have a lot of friends on Zorokoro.
Yeah, returning theirs will be interesting.
Mm-hmm. But nevertheless, we could use all the help we can get. So.
But yeah, I forgot how far away is town from Hector's little workshop.
It's not too far. It's probably probably half a mile.
Okay.
It's not too far, horribly far. But in the sense of Pokemon in the game, when you look at it, it almost feels like a couple hundred feet. So I'm just gonna say probably half a mile. So.
Yeah. If it was actual realistic proportions, it would probably be way further.
Yeah.
In general, the maps of Pokemon are way smaller than they would be if they weren't real life. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to get that scalpel. I don't really feel like Langley would be okay with me using a spoon.
Definitely not.
Just go.
Right.
So as you guys, so he hands you the check. You guys head back to the you guys head back to Hector's place. When you get in, you notice that your robot looks somewhat more complete than it did when you first started. And actually added some parts you didn't think were on there at first.
So I'm guessing. I wonder, Neil, since you know Hector well, what do you think a small Pokemon that Hector would enjoy make the robot look like?
I'm gonna have to guess Aaron. Aaron?
Hmm?
Am I gonna
No,
Aaron?
Hector. You remember Hector had a
Oh,
very
it was
special
a.
Pokemon.
What did he start with?
It was a dog. If you
Was it a Mightyena or a Poochiana?
no, it was a cooler dog that breathed fire.
Oh, Houndour.
Yeah, Hector had a Houndour. Talking about a previous campaign that was completely off screen, but yeah.
Whatever.
So I'll have Houndour Pokebot that won't be able to breathe fire or do anything kind of cool yet. I have to add those augmentations later.
That's okay. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Right now, it could be a storage unit.
So
A walking storage unit.
It has the shape of a Houndour. Its tail doesn't look like a tail though. It looks
What does it
like
look
a tail, but it's sticking straight up. It looks like a cable wire, like if you know, like an antenna.
Oh,
The card. Where did that come from? You don't understand, but when you're this Pokebot, when it's finished, it has the ability Lightning Rod.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
He's got a lightning rod coming out of his butt.
Yep.
Couldn't have made it the horns or anything. He had to make it its tail or its butt. Well,
Yeah, so
clearly
the card,
Hector,
man.
he's all about function and not about aesthetics.
He kind of looks at you. He's like, "Oh, hey, welcome back." He's just, did you like the upgrade?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that I would have put on it, but it's definitely going to be useful. As long as lightning rod doesn't attract my lightning, then that could cause problems. We'll have to see how that works. If it attracts ally friendly or not.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't even think of that
Could
till
be an
now.
issue.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be funny.
I think Hector forgets that I'm not a robot. I'm actually a Pokemon in a robot.
He kind of like winks at Vector or at Vector. He knows.
Yeah.
He's
Did it
you and him are the closest, but he still could be like that. So it's like, kind of a jerk a little bit.
Oh yeah. And by the way, we forgot to mention that when I jumped out of my robot, I actually kind of forgot what color scheme I am, but I don't look like a normal robot.
You're not blue.
I don't look like a shiny.
No, you're not red. I think you were a blue Rotom.
Oh yeah, I had a blue body instead of an orange body. Yeah.
So yeah.
That's what it is.
So Langley, he's not actually a shiny Rotom. He's still a Rotom, but he's not a regular or a shiny red one. He's like blue.
He's a special one.
I'm a different color that's not on any spectrum.
You're quirky. You're just quirky.
Yeah.
He's quirky.
I'm extra weird.
It's like evil after Zerg, but not with yeah. The only reason I said it like that is because Zerg, because of electricity, the zzz part, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Evil Emperor Zerg.
I was like, where did that come from? But,
I don't know. I'm dumb like that, but it's fun. Anyway. Sorry. So, anything you want to bring up really quick, Tesla? You kind of, Vetus kind of pokes you.
Well, I do have a question for you, Langley.
Yeah.
Do you primarily just get shuttled everywhere, or do you actually, can you fly?
Well, a mixture of both. I'm not the best flyer in the world, but I can get myself around if need be.
He kind of turns the Langley. He's like,
Because
for the record, I didn't tell him.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, can you fly with the wings on your back? No. uh, but yeah, I was wondering because Vetus brought up a proposition that we're going to be splitting ways after leaving Earth, and it'll be just you, Kim, Tenebris. I don't want to say Tenebrae. Tenebris and I. And we'll need someone that can pilot. I'm not a bad pilot, but I prefer to,
Well, I wouldn't call you a good pilot either. I've seen how you fly. Yeah, I can get us place to place, most likely. I just need someone to help navigate.
Yeah. Well, that shouldn't be too big of a problem. Actually, what are Kim's strengths as far as
She
what she
mentions.
knows to do? We're gonna be bringing her along now.
Yeah. Oh, crap.
I keep on forgetting that she's technically with us. It's like talking about
Yeah,
her like not here.
Tenebris is here too, but we keep forgetting.
Yeah, yeah.
She kind of perks up when, well, not perks up, but she kind of like gets startled because she kind of was just hanging back, being calm. She's kind of
She was thinking. She was in mid thought.
She's a little bit of a supporter. She mentions, I'm very acrobatic, so I can get into small places. Kind of quickly. Sean. Okay.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I just laughed.
She can also she's calm in situations like under fire. She can like hold her own, so she's not like freaking out or anything. Basically, she's the support. She's kind of there to support you guys. Langley or and then Tenebris kind of mentions that she has a sense for magical stuff. She just hasn't figured out why she was able to sense this kind of thing, but all the crystals around her neck actually. I'm gonna let her decide what she tells you because I'm not sure what she would actually say. All that I can say for her is she's very she can infiltrate stuff very easily because she mentions she has the ability to turn invisible. She during that first fight she was with you guys.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
to her
You used it quite well then.
Yeah. So he's very stealthy. And he's also very he used to be a detective in training, kind of. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's good at finding information out.
Well, as far as being a navigator is concerned, no one screams navigator, but I mean, all that really entails is looking at a map and clicking go, right? I mean, hopefully. We have autopilot for that, right?
There's autopilot.
Actually, yeah, we wouldn't even need the only kind of piloting that we really need
drive
with is
because
landing.
Like, like you'd have to sit
or
there
or fighting.
Yeah. To do any advanced maneuvering kind of thing, you would need a pilot. But you at least need the pilot to know how to turn on autopilot. So, which anybody could do that, but assuming there's a role for that, if someone has a specific role, they would go and do that because it's their job.
God damn it! I just looked up lightning rod, and yeah, it doesn't matter who's using. If you are within 10 meters of something that's using electric attack, it absorbs it.
That's funny.
Jeez, Hector.
By the way, at this point, Kim speaks up and she says, "So, since I'm coming with you guys, and we don't really know who's the captain, well, who's the captain?"
I'm not really much of the captain type, unfortunately.
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
more
you
of a-
should know the most about the Prism, technically. I mean, you
Yes,
do
but
have
that doesn't mean
kind
I
of
know my
insight.
way around space. But yes, you're right.
I mean,
Like,
I've been around the block a couple times. I think I don't know. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, so
why don't
Sounds
we?
captain-y.
Why don't we? uh, Tenebris says, why don't we talk about this later? We can think about it then, deciding who actually
True.
wants to be the captain.
We do have several days to discuss.
Mm-hmm. At this point, so with that little discussion, I'm gonna play the Way with Words, because Way with Words card means that there's just nobody knew exactly what, who is going to be the captain. So we'll let that get decided later on. I wasn't actually sure.
Away with words, or lack thereof.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, at this point, Hector says, so Tesla, I heard there's something you wanted to talk to me about.
Wait, who said that?
Hector.
Oh. Well, one thing that I definitely wanted to know is, well, two things. Is I want to be heading maybe into that city soon, and as, well, me.
And then he interrupts you, and he says, well, in the process of that, he kind of hands you the thing. He's like, the faster you fill out this thing, actually, no, just, he'll say that after, but like, as soon as you finish talking, he'll kind of like somewhat interrupt you. What were you going to finish saying? I'm sorry.
Oh. But yeah, but seeing as, it's a
there.
little bit weird having me walk around this way in, a human environment. I mean, it's a little bit normal, but, being accompanied by a human still might make things a little bit easier.
So you want to walk around town in your Pokemon form? And keep the robot here? While you're going into town?
But just a Rotom flying around is a little bit strange, and I don't think anyone would question it if you had one, so...
Well, I mean, couldn't you go with Langley there, too? He looks human.
True. And the other question I was planning on using is, your workbench, would you be opposed if...
No. It's my workbench.
Okay, good.
You can't have it. But...
Oh.
He does point to the part on the sheet that says workbench or workbench edition, like workstation kind of.
Oh yeah.
And he says, and that's when he says, actually, when you fill out this sheet, anything you would possibly need with the amount of money that you have, like that you are able to use to build this, I should be able to finish this with possibly some help from you and if anyone else wants to help. And then Kim actually says she can fit in the small spaces if they need it. So, so she can help you with that. So if you three are working on it, you should be able to get it done within 3 days. But you just need to fill this out as soon as possible so I can get the orders in. Otherwise, it could take 4 days. Yes, I can do
that. Do you also have leather strips that I could use, for temporary building purposes?
I How many?
Just to hold something in place for a bit.
Yeah, he's sure. He pulls a couple of other strips out of his pocket. Hands them to
Good. Thank you. I'll use them when I get back from town.
you. Gotcha.
I'm going to replace his eyeballs. Any way that I can. I'm going to strap him to a chair.
What? Okay.
Well, to keep his head from moving, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta, if you're gonna do eye surgery, you're gonna have to make it so their heads don't shift. You gotta strap their head in, right?
All right. So, God. Do you fill out the tag board then?
Yeah, I
Okay.
fill it out. I'll have to,
He looks it over twice.
myself see what's on it.
Yeah. Well, you already know kind of what's being made, but for the additions, for what you're gonna buy, you have 6,000.
Yeah, for the additions, I'll
but
look
in
at
the
it.
sense of what's happening now, you fill out what you would need, because you know what you would need, and then you fill it out. He tags it, and he looks at it. So he says, all the parts should be here by tomorrow. So right now, all I need to do is order this, and then Vetus mentions, he's like, well, that means we have a little bit of free time, so you guys can head to town. He just needs to order the parts. Tenebrae, are you going into town also? He says he's gonna just hang out here for now. Doesn't want to scare the people because he has no idea of how to. He might go out at nighttime when it's darker.
Yeah.
Because like less.
He already would look like a silhouette, at
Yeah.
night. Yeah, that makes sense.
So then, Kim is gonna stay behind as well, hang out with him, and then wait.
Yeah.
Just kind of get some rest in because you've all had a rough day.
I'm fine.
And so so what happens is you guys he says so that he brings you guys outside and he says the town is over that way about half a mile. I'm gonna be with my crew, taking stuff out of the ship and going back and forth. While you're in town, you might want to look and see if you guys can get some new incubators for your eggs as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you don't have enough for them, just let me know later on how much they'll cost, and then I'll give you the money.
That's a good point.
later.
I don't actually remember how much they do cost.
Yeah, so he would know, but he's just right now they're all tired. He's kind of working, but he's gonna go help his crew unload the cargo of his ship so they can fix it easier, lightening the load on the ship so they can move it better. But yeah, in that time, you guys have, I think, let's see, it was 5. I'd say you have 4 hours before it gets totally dark. So, you guys head to town?
Yeah, I don't ever need to sleep, so.
Okay.
I don't get tired.
Vetus walks up or goes back up to the ship, to help his crew, as they're kind of one by one going back and forth, grabbing stuff from the ship. And he goes back up to help them. As you guys walk to town, I'm gonna change the screen so you guys can see. Also, I forgot one quick thing. Sorry.
Oh my god.
What?
That was violent. Oh. Was that a very violent sneeze?
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Sorry. I gotta get I keep forgetting the chat box is here. Oh, okay. I thought it wasn't. Okay, never mind.
Also, Tyler dropped out of camera, so you need to crop it.
You're right. I keep forgetting that.
Also, I'm half a person.
Yeah. No, I just forgot just because whenever it's you guys, not all 3 of you, it just always changes the stuff. So let me change that quick. All right. You back up, Sean, or?
Yeah, it should be. I'm actually looking at the stream right now to make sure that it's like normal.
Okay. Oops, 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot that like gets all like weird.
It only does that when there's one person missing. It doesn't really do that with Zoom,
Yeah.
but because it's all on the top screen anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But once again, when we do it with Michael, it's anytime. I'm not gonna. Oh wait, no, I can do that. Get out. There. Okay. So let me fix you, Tyler, quick.
Just me fucking yawning. Dude, I went in for a big meaty one.
There we go.
Yeah, it is kind of appropriate. Like our characters had a tiring day. And...
Yes, forgive me.
Dude, I had a tiring day in real life for them.
Yeah.
That's all right. We're almost done. Just I think 10 minutes, but I still at least want to get you guys into town.
Yeah, do a little bit of town exploration.
Quick heads up for both of you: if it gets loud, just turn it down because I've got music. So. Oops.
Oh, yeah. I actually I have the stream video pulled up, but I actually have the stream itself on mute, just so it doesn't like. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're playing it through Tabletop Sim. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in case, I might turn this down so it doesn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that too loud, Lance? Just let me know if it's loud or not, or if I need to turn it up louder or softer. So. Yeah. So as you guys get into town, I need to put your characters out here. Actually,
yeah.
You guys want to put your characters right over here?
Yeah, I'll put them over there. I don't know. Fuck. Oh, that's fine.
I need my mouse. Well, yeah, I forgot how tiny I am.
Okay, cool. Volume's awesome. Well, you guys can. I guess you guys can be bigger in this case for now. I just kind of forgot. Oh wait, no. Grid. I can fix the grid myself. For now.
I still love the fucking Brandon. Like it looks. It's just so weird. It's like I keep on forgetting that there's just him looking at a tree like he's in a timeout.
Both upside down. You're right side up on your screen, I guess that's fine. Alright, so you guys...
Oh, yeah. Technically, I'm upset. Yeah, hold on 1 sec. I'm gonna rotate.
That's fine, they can still tell it's you.
Yeah. I just rotated my camera. So
if you do the scroll wheel while you're holding it, you can turn your guy too. So.
Yeah, so you flip it.
If you wanted to, but otherwise it's fine. I guess you guys are technically looking at the screen this way too, so yeah, that would work. Okay. So you guys are coming down the mountain, and you actually see this town. It's very warm because it's kind of by a volcano,
Zip.
Huh? Oh yeah.
That's just how Rotom moves in the games. He just like flies around everywhere.
Even though you could see the tops of the buildings from before when you were up there, it seems like quite a small town. There's not a whole lot of buildings. It does seem a little more open because the volcano, when it erupted, it actually over here, you can see over here, like in this area, it's been opened a bit more. So this hot
There's more
springs,
space.
Yeah, it's a bit more hot spring than it actually is in the game. So go here. Anyway.
So Langley, just remember, I'm pretending to be your Pokemon, so you're probably the one that's going to be doing most of the talking.
Well, that's fine by me.
Not for me. I don't like this. It's weird. Feeling like I'm owned.
So as you guys walk up, it's a nice warm. Like you can tell because of the do I have it on loop? Oh, I do. Okay. Sorry, just had to check. So because of the hot springs, you can see as you guys entered the town, there was like a little sign over here, basically telling you it's like a sign brochure. It tells you the hot, like the tourist attraction kind of stuff, like
Yeah.
what's common. It mentions
Yeah, tourist information.
there's a Pokemart, a shop up here next to a Pokemon Center also. It mentions inside of the Pokemon Center, there's like a door that leads out to the hot springs, and it's actually free to go to.
Oh,
I don't know about you, but I've had a stressful couple of days or whatever, killing people with rocks. And I think I'd like to have a nice, relaxing day in the hot spring.
Sounds good. So as you walk
Yeah,
up, this old
I don't
lady,
necessarily want to kill anybody, so I won't go into them.
an old lady stops you when you come up to the Pokemon Center. She's like, "Welcome to the Lavaridge Hot Springs. Is it your first time here?"
Yes, it is, man.
Perfect. Follow me quick, and then she brings you into the Pokemon Center. So as you guys go in, you can tell that the Pokemon.
Zap.
Hey,
Nice.
careful! Don't trigger her life alert. Calm down.
So.
That's just how Rotoms speak.
So inside of the Pokemon Center, it's very different than what you've seen when you guys were in outer space. It's very calm, like a calm scenery. There seems to be like a PC box in the corner. Behind the table, there is a there's a lady who seems to be a nurse. And then kind of directly in front of you, as soon as you guys walked in, there's a door that leads to the back. It seems to be ajar, because it's everybody's free to go, so they kind of open the doors sometimes to let the...
Is it a door or is it a jar?
It's a door. It's a door. It's very dark. No, it's a door.
Yeah, I mean, you said there's a door, it's a jar, so it's like...
Yeah. As you...
Let me have my dad joke.
Langley, if you walk towards the door, you actually also, to your left, there seems to be a flight of stairs, like an escalator, that heads up to a second floor.
Oh, by the way, the PC that's in this room, is it a, special PC, or is it just a regular PC?
You would know this to be a regular PC. It's not...
So it's not like the PCs in Galar, which are Rotom PCs?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to jump into this.
Well, no, I mean, like, there's just Rotoms in there in the Galar ones.
No, it's a regular PC.
Actually, now that I think about it, like, there's been 2 games with Rotom Dexes, too.
Yeah, how many?
Maybe they wouldn't be too confused by a Rotom that could speak. Actually, now that I think about it, there's a lot of talking Rotoms in Pokemon now.
Inside of the machine, though, you'd have to be in something. Like if you jumped into a Pokedex, I'd say sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a register on the table?
No.
Is there?
Langley has walked away, by the way.
Well, that's fine. I can't go in the hot spring. I don't want to kill people.
You can hover with him. You can
probably hover over.
You can hover over it and soak in the steam. The steam that comes out of this thing. Yeah.
I have a question for the Nurse Joy though first.
Okay.
While Langley's soaking, I'll join him in a second. But yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to communicate without a thing that I can jump into.
Did you kind of walk up or fly up to her and then realize you don't know what to say?
Yeah.
She kind of looks at you and... Oh, and then she kind of goes under the table and she pulls out her Pokedex.
Okay.
And she kind of
I jump into her decks.
Okay. You see kind of It still looks like a Pokedex. It's not like a Rotom-dex, you know, where it moves.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff
It's
like
someone
that.
that's specifically
So it's a
custom
little
for
to
one.
you. It feels a little cramped. You've been in a Rotom-dex before, but this one feels a little cramped. But you're okay with that, just because it's
Yeah.
a way to talk to her. So, what can I do for
It
you, little
works.
Rotom? She actually had her. She kind of. I kind of forgot that you were blue, but she didn't seem to notice or care. But so she's
Oh, yeah,
just,
good point.
she's just a nurse Joy. So she says, "What can I do
Yeah.
for you, little Rotom?" She kind of looks at you, smiling.
Yes, I was wondering. Well, you know, my master is in the hot spring. Oh, that was hard to say. I was wondering if I could find some medical supplies.
Why would a Rotom need medical supplies though? You don't really have arms.
Well, no, it's for him.
Oh, I see. Well, next to the Pokemon Center, the Mart, they have a bunch of potions and Pokeballs and stuff you could probably get.
I was wondering more along the lines of like doctor's tools, like scalpel.
Is your trainer a scalpel?
Yeah, you know,
Make
like you need.
Make a command check.
Command. All right. I don't even know what mine is. One sec.
I don't know why you said it like that, but that was me thinking, and then I'm like, oh, no, let's
Yeah.
just do it. You know, first thing
Yeah,
that
what
comes to mind.
is? Yeah, yeah. Which one is it?
I mean, it's not you're not
command?
forceful with it, so it's command, but it's not like I command you to do this. You're just asking or something.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's I consider it almost like a persuasion.
6.
Little Rotom, we don't really carry like medical like sharp medical objects like that for just trainers. Are you sure you need scalpels? I mean, there's professionals that might have them for you, but you would have to go into the next town over.
That's fine.
I'm sorry I couldn't be of help.
That's no problem. I was also wondering if you, considering that this is Lavaridge and it's actually fairly known for helping eggs hatch, do you have any incubators, or do you know if the Mart will have any?
Oh, I think the lady down by the sand, what were they? Sand pit?
They're like sand baths or something like that, I think.
The lady
in
down at the
Lavaridge?
sand baths deals with eggs and stuff. She might be able to help you with that. Or she might be able to
I'll
help
relay
them
the
with
message to. Yeah, I'll reveal the message to Master Langley.
that. All right.
Nice doing business. And then I'll hop out of her next.
While you were talking to her, Langley, as you walk through the door, a blast of steam hits you, but it's very pleasant. You've been looking forward to something like this for at least years. You haven't had a good calm,
I just realized though, he won't be able to take off his shirt. He's gonna have to go into the hospital just wearing his shirt.
If he wanted to, I mean, he could try stuffing it.
Yeah,
But at the
quickly,
same time, I wouldn't make it too hard because there's steam everywhere.
Yeah.
So, Langley, do you want to, get in with the shirt off or with it on?
I'll go with it off. If anyone questions me, I'll just say that they probably should get out of the thing because they've probably been in it for too long if they're hallucinating me with things.
Okay.
I'll depend on my guile.
So
hopefully.
Yeah, you have to pass a stealth, and if you fail the stealth, then you have to pass a guile.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly.
All right. So you take your shirt off and you enter. There's not a whole lot of people in there, so it's not super noticeable. I can say you could get to a good spot, and like you could probably hide your wings behind your back, but like comfortably, you know.
Yeah.
Yep, that works.
Sounds good.
Just to let you know, though, too, right around, like, you can definitely hide there, but, like, in this area, like, that wall doesn't exist. There's just more water. Kind of leads into the cavern right here, you know?
Right.
So it's been, it almost
Actually, you
looks
could
like
probably
it's,
mark it with the
Oh,
marker
yeah.
or the pencil.
yeah. It kind of looks like it's right there has been like opened up from the volcano erupting. And they renovated it to look nicer. So more of the rocks going into their cave, you know. Stuff like that, you know. They've got,
Right.
and then it almost looks like there's an additional cave coming out. It's like almost like a waterfall. Like they've got the spring water that comes in from below, but then they've got like almost like a hot spring waterfall coming down from inside of the cave.
A water feature.
Yeah. They kind of it just mentions like don't it's almost like a sign, like you know how some like water parks will say don't go beyond this point.
Yeah,
Like,
for danger reasons.
danger
For
reasons,
safety
and
reasons.
also like you know for employees only kind of thing. It's got one of those signs, just letting you know that it you know further in you know it's like they've got they've got employees working down there. You know they go down there to make sure the water is all good, stays hot, you know stuff like that. So you sit in this hot spring. How long do you sit in here?
I'm just gonna kind of chill, just I don't know, for a while.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So you've been like you really needed this. You almost, I think a couple of times you almost fell asleep in here.
Yeah.
At this point, Sean or Tesla, you have finished talking with the nurse Joy.
The insipid. I mean, yeah.
The intolerant. No. What do you do?
Calling me little Rotom. Yeah, I'll head out here and try to find him amongst the steam and the patrons.
So the steam makes it a little hard for you to say it or tell because it's you can't walk that much anywhere, so it's almost like a fog, but it's not super thick. You can still kind of see the ground.
Yeah.
So they just you know, but it feels good. For a Pokemon that can't really like you know, like for an
Immerse
Nintendo-
myself in water.
Yeah. It's as
Unless
good
I'm
as it'll.
Rotom, then that
This
could
is-
be work.
Rather, I mean, you could still get in water, you know, but when it's this condensed and as like pure electricity, you would think you would maybe give people a little bit of a shock. So you're
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
yeah, but
It'd be funny, but I'm not that mean.
but for now, it's like you know you can with the steam, it feels exactly the same though, like.
Yeah.
Because you always feel like you're swimming anyway. Right now, it's basically you're in a hot spring. You know, it feels like you're in a hot spring. It's amazing.
Yeah, nice. Ooh,
You
the
actually,
nice
and
steam bath.
then,
Oof, man, that sounds really good right now. Like a sauna.
yeah.
Oh,
You see Langley in the corner, in the top right corner. You also see like some people across. They seem to be looking at him, but it's like two females just kind of, you know, looking at him and being all like smiley
Of
and
course,
happy.
I have a perfect 6-pack. I'm just fucking.
They don't
Y'all
seem
just there.
they don't seem to be getting
You're
anywhere
well
near though.
sculpted.
They seem to be quite shy. So
Yeah, I'm also 6'4". Winks.
at this point, Langley Tesla shows up to you. He comes back.
Oh, hey there, buddy. How's it going?
Doing good. I did find someone that might be able to provide us with an incubator or two. Apparently, she operates the sand baths outside of the hot springs here. So,
Alrighty. Well, I
Did
suppose
someone
I've been
say
here long enough.
incubator? And then an old lady pops her head up from the side. Young man, did you say you were looking for an incubator?
Oh, yes, I was lucky enough to chance upon some eggs during my travels. And I heard that there was some around here that had an incubator or two. Does that happen to be you?
You happen to be, look, that is indeed me. Oh. And, I mean, my word, you look so, I mean, what was it gonna be? She can tell you look tired. She offers you a, like, because she says, we've got some nice sand baths down here. If you want to take some time and get in these sand baths down here, I'd be happy to give you an incubator.
You know what? Yeah, sure. Anything to get some stress off me, you know. That's.
Did
Yeah,
you
so I
did you
guess-
just stretch? Did you just stretch right now?
Me?
Yeah, like in game, would you have stretched? It
Yeah,
felt like
you
in
kinda
your
like-
voice you stretched. Make me a stealth check.
Yeah. Stealth
oh
check?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I suppose, huh? Let me check and see what that is. Alrighty. Alrighty, I got an 11.
Okay. Your wings start to stretch out, but then as you notice your stretch, you kind of like pull them back in, and the
Yeah.
ladies who were looking at you get a little like they're like what, you know, but they didn't really see much. They just thought they saw something.
Now the
when they're
question
like,
is did Tesla notice?
He's like right behind me.
Make a
I suppose
perception
he
check.
probably-
Yeah,
make a perception check, Sean.
I'm actually sitting behind him.
A
It's like,
hard perception because you're in fog.
yeah. Also, I don't think my perception's all that great, anyways. Let me see here.
What would your max be? Like
What?
what?
I'm untrained.
So 2d6.
Yeah. So my most is like 12.
You wouldn't be able to see it. I made it hard. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I rolled a 10. I probably caught a glance like they did, like
maybe,
nothing.
yeah, you would have thought you saw something, but you know, out of the corner of your
Yeah.
eye, it just looked like you know. So,
I'll kind of get up and as I walk by the ladies, I kind of wink at them. Just kind of.
they go. They kind of like dive under the water. They're like, ugh, and then they come back up, and they're like, "What? Where'd he go?" You know, because now you're gone.
Thirsty old ladies.
They're not old. These ones are young.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just
alright, well,
looks old because that's what they are. in that
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Alrighty, well, I'll quickly, I guess, get back into like
Okay.
at least a shirt, so that way I can come out here and.
So yeah,
Oh.
she kind of comes over to the door. You know, this lady over here. What?
I just, from underneath the couch, Mimi just stuck her paw, like, beneath my leg. Like, I just got attacked by a random furry monster from under the couch. That
Oh, Mooney, but that was funny. But yeah, so yeah, she walks over to the PC and she's like, come with me, and then she kind of brings you over here, and you would come to this sand bath, and she kind of takes the shovel and shovels some out for you to get into, or like so you can lay down, and then she
That'd also
kind
be
of
really nice. I
she
wanna
kind
do
of
that at some
shovels
point
some
in
of
my
the
life.
hot sand from the warming hot spring on top of you.
No joke, that's on my bucket list.
Nice.
To have a hot sand bath. Can you imagine how awesome that would feel?
Yeah.
Oh.
She looks to you, Tesla. She's like, "Would you like to try this as well, young Rotom?"
It sounds like a rapper name.
Young
Young
Rotom.
Rotom. Lil Rotom.
Little
I
Rotom.
shake my head. I shake my body because I can't really shake a head.
Oh yeah. Oh no, wait. You have levitate, so ground wouldn't really affect you. It's like if she threw sand at you.
That is true, technically, yes. But burying a rotom in sand, not necessarily a good idea.
Yeah. Just put you out. Okay, but you can tell from the way Langley looks from sitting under or from laying under the sand. That's also pretty good. It's also I would say it's a little bit of mixture of like hot sand, like like the sand that's just very grainy and fine. But it's also because it's next to a hot spring, it's also a little bit wet. So, but it's still hot. So it's almost like if you stuck your hand in like warm clay, or not stuck your hand, but if you were like, I don't know the word, but like, Sean, have you felt warm like any like you would imagine a hot sand bath, right? But if you had a hot clay bath, or not clay, but like a wet sand.
They do that with wet sand too, kind of almost like a mud bath. Yeah,
Okay.
That's a thing.
She on the side that she's on, it's a little bit wetter, so it's a wet hot sand.
Yeah,
But it's
Yeah,
not like
that's
it's
the
not
fair
like a wet, like super wet, like you get it from under the water and it's like super clay or whatever. It's like it's still grainy, but it's moldable. You know, it's a moldable sand. Yeah, mud bath. Thank you.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
that also would be that's a very popular spot treatment.
So it's still fine, like grain, like sand grain, but it's basically a mud bath because
Yeah.
it's a little bit wet from the hot spring.
Yeah,
But
It's
on
got some
the
moisture.
side that the old man is on, he's not actually there, but that would be where the fine sand would be. So it hasn't got
Yeah.
like enough to like, yeah. But yeah, so how does it feel? She kind of says to you, she's like, "How does it feel? Is it good?"
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you very much.
No problem. Here, let me set this over here so you don't, so it doesn't get any sand in it. And then kind of like at your feet, but like more to the grass behind that building and over there, she sets the incubator and it looks brand new. Like it looks not used at all.
I love it. I get to relax. I can incubate it. Shit.
Only the one though, but yeah.
Yeah, nah. Well, fuck, one for free is,
Yeah.
yeah. One, yeah. Like one is all you need, really.
So she's
Yeah.
like, "This has been the best day ever." Is your other old grandma smile? She looks happy. She hasn't had not a lot of people come by because this town is kind of like, there's people that come around. Like there's definitely people that live here, aside for how many people that actually look like they're here. But not a whole lot of people come for the sand baths as much as they do for the hot springs. So
Well, it's also kind of funny too, because in the actual games, I think Lavaridge, it was either Lavaridge or Fortree, had the most old people in the city and like no one young. I think it was Lavaridge had like
except for
almost an
Flannery,
entire pop full of old people. Yeah,
except for everyone in the gym,
And-
I guess. Yeah.
yeah, and also in like the special like the special area with like it was like that special Pokemart kind of thing that's
Yeah.
got that sign in front of it. I think that had like a young person in it too.
So
It's like
yeah.
they're all old fuckers.
So while you're laying there, and she puts the incubator down, but she kind of stands next to it to make sure no one comes for it. She says, "I know a lot about this town. If there's anything else you'd like to know."
Is there a library or anything like that where I could do some reading? I'm not too familiar on this town, so I'd like to kind of learn some more.
I think, actually, yeah, up the mountain a bit. We have, or down the mountain a bit. If you take a look down that way, and she kind of points to where it looks like there's bumps and stuff, like jumps, like if you kind of see like down over this way.
Yeah, the ledges.
Yeah, the ledges. Down that way, we recently built a volcano. We recently built a library down there. I mean, you know, it's not too bad. It's not too big because they're a small town, so there's not a whole lot of books. But it's a library.
Well, thank you very much. I'll definitely have to go check that out.
Actually, no. You know what? It's not a library. There's a bookstore in this town. It's right here.
Okay, yeah.
There's a bookstore. She said it's right next to the herbalist shop. She's kind of positive.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, the herbalist. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the store name that I was trying to remember the name of. Yeah, the herbalist.
Yeah, so she mentioned there's an herbalist. Oh yeah, there's a young girl down there too. I forgot about her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
I
the
see,
one.
yeah. The only other young, like, yeah, one of the few other young people.
Yeah. Don't abide by all these quadruplets in here.
Yeah, those they don't exist.
They're just statues.
By the way, what resides in here now? Oops.
This one? It's still an herbal shop. Or
No,
this one?
I'm trying to like. Yeah, I forgot how to. How
Tab.
do you? Oh yeah, that.
It's a workout. It's still a gym. You know, because it's
Okay.
all the gyms still exist.
Oh yeah, duh. Yeah, I don't know why that they wouldn't have.
You're thinking way too hard. Everything on Earth stayed the same. You know, all the gyms stayed there. The only difference is there's a bookshop right here.
I'm itching for a fight. No. Me versus the entire Flannery's gym.
You either level 5 and you're level like 27. No.
Yeah, sure. No, her gym was later than that, I think, even, wasn't it? Like, she was after Norman, wasn't she?
Gym 5, I think. No,
Yeah.
5.
No,
Electric
Norman was Gym 5.
Oh yeah, hers was 4.
Okay, yeah, so she is right before Norman.
Mauville was electric was 3, and then it was hers.
Okay, yeah, and then after you get hers, then you fight your dad, and then you go to forestry. Okay, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so
Yeah, with how often I've played Emerald, you'd think I'd know by now.
how long do you sit in the sand pit? How long?
I'll stay as long as she lets me, I guess.
You can
I don't
stay
know.
there for as long as you need. This
Well,
this
I'm
town
sure.
is for the people after all.
Weren't you saying earlier that it was getting late? I guess I'll
Yeah,
just
it was like 4 hours until dark.
Yeah, I'll stay for like 3 hours then, and then
Okay.
probably head back.
You
to
take
the...
a little nap inside of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Tesla, do you do anything while he's napping there?
I definitely would probably get a little bored, so Tesla bored is not a good thing.
You just start zapping his feet in the sand.
No,
Just kidding.
You know
You
what?
can technically go anywhere you want. They
sneak
technically
into the
wouldn't.
gym.
Huh?
I would sneak into the gym, look at it, maybe, mess with
Okay.
things.
Mess with this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright. I guess you could technically phase through the door. I don't really have the inside map, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. Alright, well, in that case, I need to change the music. Alright, so Sean, as you enter.
I didn't realize you could the song for it. That's
I
funny.
don't actually know
Are
if
you
this
just
will
gonna
work.
battle? Are you gonna
but-
be the gym leader by yourself?
You
since you're a
see-
Pokemon?
Countless trainers battling each other left and right. Just there's attacks from the above, attacks from underground because some Pokemon burrow and attack. There's flames everywhere. You just see like there's someone with red hair, long big red hair, just fighting with a Torkoal, battling some trainers like left and right. And it just seems she's not being taken down. Like. This is great. Like, you're just like, oh, there's something like this here? Well, shit. You know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But once again, you do realize you're from space. You can't really get involved. You can do stuff, but we'll see where that goes, so. What do you do?
I'll observe. Watch the battles and I'll be mindful of any trainers that I see that may or may not
Alright, you make me
look like they belong there or deserve to be
even though
there.
you're a Rotom, make me an acrobatics check.
Oh, I think that one's a bad one. I think that's acrobatics. Oh no! I rolled a 5.
Do a dual check. Roll a perception as well.
Okay, so 5 acro and 9 perception.
Okay. Out of the corner of your eye. Now, with that, I'm gonna pause that. So, out of the corner of your eye, there's a tower of flame coming at you, like someone used a flame move, and it's like not flamethrower but fire spin, but it came like out like that,
Mm-hmm.
It's coming right at you. Like you kind of see it with your 9 coming at you, but your 5 acrobatics didn't let you avoid it. And actually, with the amount of firepower that came out, it actually blasts a hole through the side of the gym, and it actually pushes you out.
Jeez.
And it kind of pushes you all the way kind of towards Langley, but the fire stops by before it gets there. Like Langley, you were sleeping, so you didn't see it coming. And then the old lady, she probably would have noticed it coming, but she knew it wouldn't have come that far because this has happened before. She's just smiling like while it comes at her, but then it like stops, and then you get flown past because you're flying. You get like shot past. You actually get into the steam of the hot springs.
Man, humans are sure serious when they fight. I mean, man, I thought those were just friendly competitions.
Let's stop the music at the best part. That was awesome. It's like break your own thing. You failed. Do. I don't know. You can go back and check it out if you want to, but it is kind of getting dark now. So.
Yeah. I will be smart and choose not to mess with things. I was good to maybe screw with people, like, as they were leaving the gym because of that, but I feel like I should be smart enough and not do that. No matter how bad I want to get revenge.
Yeah.
But did I take any damage from that?
No. I mean, you would have, but
I guess it would be healing by the night, anyways. Yeah.
Also, fire spin doesn't do a lot. So.
Speaking of healing, I forgot. Did you? Oh no, I probably didn't have enough time. Can I retroactively have given Langley the Pokeball with the fainted Zigzagoon to give to the nurse?
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot that I was gonna get that healed. And
that's the case. It's still at the house.
Well, that's what I mean. Could I retroactively have brought that
earlier?
Give that to Langley?
I'll say earlier you could have done that. That's
okay. Because when we get back, I want to,
Okay. So
figure out what it wants.
So the old lady, realizing it's getting kind of dark now, she kind of pushes your shoulder a bit, to nudge you awake. She's like, young man, it's getting a little dark. This place is technically open all night, but usually I ask people when it gets dark, or sometimes we have people come at night when it comes to morning, if they want to go, before it gets to day, kind of thing. So
renting the sand baths for the entire night.
Yeah. So I asked
people do that though. That actually is a thing.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy.
She nudges you and wakes you up, and she says all that,
Yeah.
asking you if you want to get up or.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to fall asleep there.
It's okay.
It's just so comfortable.
That's good to know. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
By the way, really quick, agony of defeat for Sean.
Oh. I did that to myself, which is the worst thing too.
Yeah, that was number 13. That was the one you picked.
Yep, I know. I know that because I had Michael do that to you. Really?
So yeah, so you're welcome back anytime, young man. You and your Rotom.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
No problem. She starts to dig out the sand for you so you can get out. And then when you get out, she puts the sand back, so it stays. It's like good, like bathy, sit under it kind of thing. So the next person that sits in there gets nice and warm again.
I don't feel like it's very COVID safe, but okay.
It's not COVID in Pokemon. Actually, it's a Pokevirus. Pokevirus, yeah.
Yeah, it's Pokerus.
COVID-virus. No.
Poke19.
Pokevirus? Yeah. Pokevid? Pokevid! No.
Pokevid19.
Pokevid-19. Alright. So, what do you do after that? It's getting late. Do you head back, or is there anything else you want to do in town? Before anything?
Well, other than stopping by and grabbing the Zigzagoon back from the Pokemon Center.
Okay. Yeah. So you pick up the incubator, and as you head back to the Pokemon Center, the nurse Joy says, we were able to fix the Pokeball for you.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I was damaged.
Yeah.
I didn't fix it myself. Oops.
Actually, no. She actually says she can't fix it.
Damn it.
Because she's not mechanically trained to fix Pokeballs.
Yeah, I forgot that it was broken.
You know someone who is, though. Hector.
I'm proficient in Pokeball repair. I just forgot that it was broken.
So she hands it back to you, and she says, I mean, the least I can do for you is I can give you an additional Pokeball for your trouble, so we have a lot of extras just in case stuff like this happens, so here you go. And she gives you a Pokeball. Bad trainer.
I try my best.
So, Langley, she hands you a Pokeball, and then she hands you the one with the Zigzagoon back.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, because Langley's the trainer.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, that should do it. Thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome. We'll hope to see you again. Alright, as you walk out.
You should do the bow.
She does, yeah.
So hope we see you again. Which, by the way, you never want to hear a doctor say that. Think about it. A doctor saying, we hope to see you again?
Oh,
kind of weird.
There is, I guess, you would know that the unless you want to come back on a different day, the bookstore is open for, I think, like another half an hour.
I'll just come back on another day.
Okay, no problem.
So I get a full kind of experience.
Tesla, you following him?
If I go to the bookstore, I would rather do that.
I just meant, are you following Langley back home or wherever he's going?
Yeah, I'll go back to Hector's place, yeah.
Okay, so as you guys go back... Them. Yeah.
If I'm going to start reading books, I want actual hands to do that. Unless they're, ebooks or something. Whoa, what? Whoa. I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
It's called Flick.
Oh, yeah, the Flick. Yeah, we can't do that because we're not special.
Alright, so as you walk back up the mountain, you come back to the, Hector's place, and you notice, Tenebrae is actually sitting outside. Oh, you guys are back. That's good. I figured nighttime would be a good time for me to go and do stuff because since I can't be seen much. So, Are you done?
Makes sense.
Are you done with whatever you're doing? Or Langley, do you want to go hang out with me, or are you gonna be heading in?
I'm gonna head to bed. It's been a long couple of days, or honestly years, and after a nice day at the hot springs, I could use a
She
nap.
says, she's like, or he says, there's a hot spring?
Yep, and
And
the
then-
sand thing. They're both amazing.
I might have to check that out when I get in there.
Yeah,
That'll be nice.
it was a little awkward for me, but you know.
It's okay. All right. I'll let you guys go to do whatever you do. And then he's gonna go head into town, see if he can figure out anything to do. We're gonna leave that for next time.
Yeah, and I just turned to Langley. I'm like, hey, you're lucky. At least you're a human that, or an alien that, well, a race that can at least pass as a human well enough. There's definitely quite a few out there that couldn't.
Let's just build a robot body that looks like a human then. You already made one that looks like a Zigzagoon.
Oh, that I could easily do. I just don't care.
You don't get to complain.
Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that it's a good thing that, you know, you look human, or else that could have been a lot more awkward for you.
Yeah, that's fair. Alrighty, well, it is time for this little criminal to go to bed.
Yeah, I gotta fix that Pokeball so I can
Yep.
heal that Zigzagoon finally.
After if you've had nights like this before, Sean or Tesla. I gotta keep remembering to call you by your character. We'll do this.
That's fine.
But
yeah.
Tessa, you've kind of fixed Pokeballs before, but not one with a Pokemon in it before.
True.
So this one takes you a little bit more of the time of the night. You might have to get some assistance from Hector, but if you bring it up to him, he'll help you out when he's done with all of his stuff.
Okay.
He's tackled stuff like this before, especially because there's a class that breaks Pokeballs specifically for, like, you know, I forget, it was in Pokemon Tabletop Adventures. It was like
It's called the Jailbreaker.
Well, no, it was like a class that it was like the Grunt Rogue or whatever. They actually broke.
Oh, yeah, I know what
They
you're talking about.
purposely,
Yeah,
like, threw
the
stuff
Ball
at the-
Buster. That's
Ball
what it was
Buster,
called.
yeah.
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 You're a Ball Buster. But yeah.
But yeah. So they're gonna the two characters going to sleep, you know, for the night. Sean or Tesla is probably gonna get a little bit of sleep and then probably wake up early enough to work on the Pokeball, right?
Yeah.
Are you
Also,
gonna
Hector,
work on
he
it?
was a Jailbreaker too, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, I thought he was.
So he has kind of trained himself to kind of sleep less.
Yeah.
I mean, you being a Pokemon might be able to sleep less, so you might be able to spend a good 2 to 3 hours maybe trying to fix it up if you want to.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Rotomas actually need to sleep, but that's something that I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not actually. I don't know.
But you would assume that it would take you a majority of the night and possibly a little bit of the morning to fix the Pokeballs.
Oh, also, yeah, a good reason why. I apparently don't have Pokeball repair yet because it requires expert technology education.
Oh yeah, so you would. Oh, so you wouldn't even be able to do it. You'd have to have Hector do it. So you'd ask him. He'd probably work on it for them all night, and then you
I'm
get
not
some
an
sleep.
expert.
Not
Oh.
yet. So you guys get some rest, and Tenebris starts to head to town, or wherever she ends up going. I don't know where Natalie's actually going to decide to go next week.
Yeah, she can go anywhere. Yeah.
I kind of just said she was heading towards town, but she could like totally 180 and go somewhere else. But yeah, we're gonna let that.
One more level though. Yeah.
Nice.
One more level, I can be expert in technology.
Oh yeah, because I think that one you have to upgrade something to the expert, don't you?
Level 6. I
Yeah,
don't think you have to, but it gives you the option to.
Or no, level 6. Because okay, so I think you can't the bonus skill edge. I don't think you can upgrade something from.
Oh yeah, no, the bonus you can't, but you get a skill at the same time. too. You get
Yeah.
you get an edge and then a bonus edge, and the
Okay.
bonus edge you can't do.
So yeah,
expert,
then
but
your
the regular
level,
they'll
your
definitely
level
do
edge.
expert.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Sean's not going to be here next week. He's got to work.
Yeah.
Sad. But it's all right. We'll be able to do this with Tyler and Natalie when Sean's out. So.
I mean, Tesla's got a lot of work to do too, so it's appropriate thematically speaking.
Yeah. We'll have some stuff for you to do, Tyler, next week too, in case, because like she's gonna be doing a lot of her stuff at night.
Oops.
So unless you like
Well, I
wake
mean-
up in the middle of the night or something and going out, but
We
or you could
we
do
the
stuff.
thing with my eyes.
Well,
right, 'cause
Sean's
we had
character will be asleep.
Oh,
So
shit.
unless you guys do that during the day, then yeah, I could just have Sean's character helping you with that, or his character will just be
Yeah.
building the parts.
Or
to get
he could
ready.
be helping building the spaceship or something like that too. Like,
Yeah. So
there's a lot of
all in all,
technology-based things that he'd be
Yeah.
doing.
all in all, Tyler, you'll eventually get those, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure the next time after next week, we might all be together. So, we'll have to figure that out though, because I also work at Wednesdays every once in a while. But we'll figure it out. Sometimes
Yeah.
we can even do it a different day, but we'll all have to talk about it. So, but it sounds like
Yeah,
mostly
sometimes
Wednesdays. So.
schedules get kind of weird, and you just have to kind of work around them. That's how it goes.
But it sounds like Wednesday nights is the for sure mostly night, but
Yeah.
it'll be cool.
It's the easiest night to do it, but yeah, some things change.
All right, oops, I can switch back to this screen now. But yeah, so tonight was fun. What'd you guys think? For the there wasn't fighting at all, but there was a good like.
Yeah, there doesn't ever need to be. I mean, sometimes just role play is good.
I mean, you got in a fight, but you didn't continue the fight. You just got blown up.
Well, I wouldn't call that a fight. It was more like collateral damage.
Yeah. Today was a nice, relaxing day. It was cool.
Yeah. It's definitely a calm before the big stuff.
Alignment. Okay. But yeah. So anyway, thanks for joining us, Lance. That was fun. I'm glad you like watching this. This is cool. Having you here is fun.
It helps having an audience because it means that we can still bounce things off, on real time.
Yeah.
Other than like it's easier when you have at least like someone to like kind of talk to.
Yeah. I mean, I do get people randomly watching this too, because I did find out because Twitch did a thing now where or they updated it, so now viewers that are live and viewers that come in and watch later, it all stacks together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my last stream, episode 2, said I had 27 viewers.
Weird.
Well,
Okay,
normally
that's
it said
kind of
like
cool.
4 or 5, something like that. Yeah.
Hey, so this stream is actually getting more traction than like the others. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, over time, it's like an overtime thing. So it's like today we have 3, or I've had a max 4 viewers today. So in the next week, it'll probably get more viewers just because it'll be people watching that if they decide to. So, yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I definitely hope that this kicks off, not just because it's cool to like have people watching this, but at the same time, just because I want more people to actually know about Pokemon Tabletop existing, because it's cool.
It is fun. Like,
if you like Pokemon and you like tabletop games, it's perfect. Like,
yeah, I'm glad you like it too, Tyler. It's fun having you here.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, I just act like a dumbass and it's funny, so
Well, that's 95%. Well, no, what am I saying? That's 100% of gaming with us. Period. So, is acting like a dumbass and having fun.
I'm glad I fit in.
Nice. Anyway,
believe me, if I wanted to, and also if Lance wanted to, we could share a lot of stories about Neil.
God, no.
Anyway,
Okay,
yeah.
get your stories,
Tonight was fun. I'm glad you could watch. I'm glad anyone else that comes and see this later on will have fun watching it. This has been Immersion Diversion. And we bring the Immersion to you. And we'll also roll for Immersion as well. See you later.